Hello everybody, today I have another box of bulbs to share with all of you. This is a box that came with some other lights that my dad picked up at an online auction a while back, so thank you to him for finding these things, even when I'm not here. Anyway, this is one of the boxes, so let's go ahead and see what's inside. First of all, the box is for a 150 watt high pressure sodium area light. At least I assume it's high pressure sodium. Yeah. I think the metal halide one has a smaller... Oh yeah, it says right on the top. You know, I don't even know why I'm asking myself these questions when it's right in front of me. Anyway, let's get inside. Let me find a way to keep this up so it won't come down on us. Okay, well, it's staying there for now. And then it's not. Let's see. There we go. Okay. This is our box of bulbs, so let's see what we have inside. I've gone through this once already because one of the 65 watt Cooper Lighting area lights were inside of this. Just the fixture, not the bulb or the refractor, just to get it out to test it, and that's in another video. Anyway, let's see what's inside this box. So, first off, we have some microwave bulbs, as they like to call them. 40 watt. I suppose you could also use these in the high intensity fixtures, being it has an intermediate base. It's a little bigger than those, but what are those, S11 in size? Obviously this is tubular. And there's another one. And another one. Has to be for old microwaves. I think nowadays the bulbs are seated inside in some type of plastic, kind of like this car headlight bulb here. Not sure what vehicle it would be for, or if it's for, you know, an ATV or something. But it's definitely a headlamp bulb of some type. Okay. We got this Tough Coat rough surface bulb that has that that rubberized outer coating on it. There's a whole bunch of these in here. I'll take one out to share with all of you. We will do it. There we go. Yep, it has that rubbery coating on it. 130 volt. I'm sure it has some type of a C-shaped filament inside as well. Okay, yes, there's a mercury vapor bulb here. This is 175 watt mercury vapor GE, made in Hungary. You can tell because the arc tube is smaller than a standard 175 watt would be. This bulb does work. I tested it in a fixture last night, which I still need to do a video of, but that does work. Now this one's really cool, and unfortunately it doesn't work. Now I've seen these. They come as a OEM bulb in Regent area lights. The industrial ones is where I've seen them. And they're made by Philips. Let's see here. You can kind of see the etch. It doesn't really blend in well with everything. There you go, Philips, 175 watt, and all of its stuff, and then OEM at the end. China. But as you can see, this one has been through something. The arc tube is no longer connected. The only thing connected is the extra leads and the little starting resistor there. So it had something happen to it for sure. Whether it was put in the wrong fixture or what, I don't know. But it didn't last that long. Unique design for a Philips bulb. Not as high quality as the other Philips. I definitely want to do a video on it, even though it doesn't work, because I've seen them, but they're kind of hard to find. Okay. There's this little socket, I'm sure for some type of a headlamp. Some Maglite flashlight bulbs with a really old Farm and Fleet sticker on it. Oh, look at that, they fell right out. Well, I guess the package... the sticky is not that sticky anymore. So there's our little flashlight bulbs. Okay. Here we have some automotive and low voltage bulbs in this little container. Very cool. Set that aside. Okay, here's a, fall down. I just want to push it back in. Here's a GE rough service bulb with a heavy duty filament. That's 100 watt. Very dirty. So it has one of those zigzaggy looking filaments inside. Can't really see it here, but yeah, it's been around. Definitely very dirty. And it fell down again. There we go. Oh, there's another microwave bulb. Here's a GE rough service. I believe it's the made in China version. Nope, made in Hungary. Okay. Oh, here's another one. This one's 60 watt rough service. Usually you just see the 75 watt versions. Interesting. Okay. GE 175 watt mercury vapor. Let's see if that's actually what this is. Yeah, it looks new. I'm going to hold it down here because I don't want to drop it. Let's see, do we have an etch on it anywhere? We do. Oh, this is a made in China one. And look at how much smaller the arc tube is again. Like, they just keep making them smaller. But it looks brand new. And I mean, $20 somebody paid for it. Keeps falling down. Okay. Here we have some wonderful problems. Please stay. Fight Electric Daylight 60 watt CFLs. Brand new in package. I'm sure this was around the time that these were definitely the newest thing, just based on the packaging design. I just wish this would just stay, like, I'm tired of having to do stuff with it. There. Maybe it'll stay now. Okay, this looks like a Leviton socket, and it is. Keyless lamp holder, it's definitely in there, it's heavy. Sounds like it's got its screw in there too. Very nice. Some more flashlight bulbs. Those are 6 volt. Same here. We got some Sylvania 40 watt. What is this? G16.5 globe bulbs. Kind of an odd size. There's some more. And we have an outlet down here. Probably 15 amp. Yep. Do we have a brand on it? It's probably somebody saw it right off the bat. And I'm just too slow to find out. Oh, Leviton. Looks like ivory colored. Wouldn't you know it, it's another microwave bulb. Here's a standard size G25 40 watt from Sylvania. Let's see, does it have a little etch on it somewhere? It does. Okay, here's some coffee. Coffee's good. Lights, mercury lights. Oh, yes. This is hardware for mercury vapor area lights. Probably goes with the other fixtures. Okay, we got some mercury vapor bulbs here. This one says it's a clear, but obviously not. It's coated. Obviously been used. It's very heavy, Sylvania always made their outer jackets of these bulbs very heavy. Looks to be an older one. Well, it's not too old because of the base, so never mind. But the etch is definitely worn off. And arc tube doesn't look too bad. It's a little white. I bet it works. Gotta love the 175 watt mercury vapor bulbs. Okay, here's another one. This is the Designer's Edge. They used to have the word "the" in there, now they don't anymore. 8,000 hours. 24. This is one of those bulbs, I'm sure, that says like 120 volt on it, and somebody's gonna like put it into a normal socket. Mercury vapor, 175 watt, 130 volt. Yeah. I have one of these. I picked it up brand new. This one looks brand new too. They work absolutely fine. They're just super generic. Okay, we're getting down there. It looks like we have some more of these tough coat bulbs, so I'm just going to set them aside. Let's see, we have, what is this, par 30 or something? Yeah, par 30. Looks like with a long neck halogen flood. Interesting. Definitely for track lighting or recess lighting. That's in there. $75 watt. I never really bought any of those for the collection, just don't have a use for them. But that's interesting. And, oh, they're all brand new, of course. 3 of these Sylvania Micro Mini CFLs. Yeah, they're brand new. Of course, now everything's LED, as I say quite often. Well, that's interesting. Now smaller than ever. I guess so. It's probably about the height of an A19 incandescent, so it probably definitely fits better than the old ones. 1600 lumens. Interesting. Bright white, 3500K. So that's our bulb finds out of this box. Wanted to share that all with you. It's kind of interesting taking a dig and see what you can find. Anyway, I really do hope you enjoyed this little video going through all this stuff. And also please comment, share, and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching.